Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper. I'm gonna be stepping in for my girl, Trae, all this week, okay? And I wanna send out my love to my girl, Trae, and family. Girl, we love you. We miss you out here in the studio, but I'm gonna be stepping in for you, girl, so hopefully I'll be holding it down in the right way. But before we begin this show today, I need you to do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to Converge Media. You can learn more about Seattle News and Brews, We Live in Color Season 3, and more. Go to whereweconverge.com to know why Black media matters, okay? Today we have an amazing guest, okay? Heru is going to be here today to talk about not just wellness, but we need some tips. There are so many different things that are happening, and how do we consider to center ourselves not only in our work, but above all else, our well-being, okay? And when talking about well-being, I'm so glad that I was able to take care of myself this weekend. I hung out with friends, but we were able to gather today, all weekend, and actually celebrate. Celebrate my girl, Besa Gordon. Besa Gordon was on prime time all this weekend. We're talking 7 on Saturday and 6 on Sunday on Fox. And we here at Converge just want to send out our love to my girl, Besa. Besa, you are working hard, girl. We see you, and community loves you. And if you want to learn more about Besa Gordon, you need to go to whereweconverge.com/back-to-Besa, okay? Now, we're going to take our first break, and we will be back with my brother, Heru. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents one of the world's most popular operas, Mozart's The Magic Flute. Called an international sensation by LA Daily News and dazzling by San Francisco Classical Voice, this new to Seattle production featuring eye-popping animations is perfect for the whole family. Don't miss Mozart's The Magic Flute, February 22nd through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Hey, what up, everybody? Truth Talks is one of the hottest shows streaming, and we're expanding. You can catch all the tea live and unedited Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and again at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Dive into the truths you need to hear, from pop culture to politics and some of the biggest celebrity exclusives.
I wrote the song in the car.
Get out the way. That was my theme song.
Set your reminder to catch us live on Fox Soul or binge watch on YouTube/Fox Soul.
Getting the scholarship really changed the conversation. It went from, no, I can do school in my free time and make it work, to I could only focus on school and I could be the best I can be every single day. I can soak up everything. I can read before class and make sure I'm not just learning enough to pass a test. Like, I could really pour all my time into school. That's what having a Seattle College Foundation scholarship did for me.
And welcome back to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper, and I am so happy for the first time in the studio that I get to interview Heru TchaasAmen. How are you doing, brother?
I'm diviner and diviner every day, brother. It's good to see you.
Divine and diviner.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what that is.
You know, I'm a chief in the Asar Set Society, Kemetic Spirituality, African-based spirituality. Diviner is a concept where we understand that we align with the divine nature of all things, right? And so our goal is to spiritually evolve and become diviner and diviner every day, less human, less animalistic, right? To detach from the lower mindset that causes us so many problems in life, right? The pain, the trauma and things like that, and begin to align with a higher concept so we can see unity with all and uplift our communities and our civilization. So I say diviner and diviner every day.
I need that.
You need
that's an affirmation. You got to say it twice.
Diviner
right?
and diviner every day, brother.
Now, Heru, how did you get it? Like, it'd be great to be diviner and diviner, be born diviner and diviner.
Right.
But how did you navigate yourself into this journey?
Oh, that's a story. You know, grew up in America. You know what I mean? Black man in America, and had to figure out how to resist, you know, this society that wanted to destroy me. You know, I grew up, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, you know, the crack era with Reaganomics, and I'm back to it again now with what's going on in society right now. So actively resisting wherever I am was important for me. So I began to search for my roots, right? You know, those things were kind of disenfranchised when we were enslaved and brought over here. So we had to figure out a way how to get back home. I started researching history, religion, spirituality, and things like that. And I saw all roads really led to the first civilizations on the planet, which were in Africa, right? And the concept of African spirituality at its core taught that, you know, we're one with the Creator, and we're one with each other. We don't have any adversaries. And the goal of life is really to return back to that oneness. I'm here to be happy. I'm here to be joyful and peaceful. And peaceful is a choice, right? So I have to choose.
Well, you know, and I mean, I know I'm interviewing, but you know, sometimes I struggle sometimes of like, I think I still deal with like shame of just some of the ways that I've self-sabotaged things. Right. What is some of the advice that you could be able to give someone like me that is trying to come out of self-sabotage and self-doubt?
Everything that we do is a choice. Freedom is a choice, right? Freedom isn't something that someone gave to you. Freedom is something that someone signed and emasculated you or whatever, you know what I mean? Emancipated you, right? Freedom is a choice to choose to align with divine principles. The divine principles are very simple. You are created in the image of the divine. Okay, that is your core essence, all right? You are one with all of your struggles, all your situations. Those situations came to you to remind you of who and what you are, right? That you're powerful, that you are potent, right? That you have insight, wisdom, intuition, those types of things. You have the ability to transform yourself at any given moment. You are a vessel of love, right? And you can choose to align with that vessel of love. And you have the freedom, like I said, to choose. Now we get to the point where we get to affirm that. We affirm that by visualizing it, right? I only visualize myself healthy. Choose to only visualize yourself healthy, right? Choose to act as if you've already transcended the thing. When you go to sleep at night, you pretend to sleep until you actually fall asleep. I'm gonna pretend to be healthy until I get healthy. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna affirm that as well. So we have some options, and then prioritize it. You know, prioritize your personal growth and development at all costs, with reckless abandon, with everything that you have. And understand that you have a vessel right now that's amenable to programming. You can reprogram your vessel anytime you want.
You know, and that is important. And I'm gonna write down those tips too. But the climate that we're in.
Yes.
Today is President's Day.
Yes.
And I am thinking about how some of my community members are feeling as organizers, as healers, as builders. And I feel like people are kind of in a disarray. What are some of the tips that you can give to some folks to make sure that they stay centered in this part?
The first thing I want to do is encourage people to resist wherever they are, right? On your jobs, in society, wherever you can, resist, right? Resist the oppression, resist the detrimental changes to our society, resist wherever you are. Ultimately, also realize that you are peaceful by nature, right? That, like I said before, peace is a choice, so identify with that internal peace, right? No matter what goes on outside of us, we can still choose to be at peace internally. That's gonna give us access to insight and wisdom, right? And power. We need insight, wisdom, and power to traverse this landscape. I need access to all my faculties, brother. So, you know, the only way I can gain access to all my faculties is to stay calm. I gotta breathe. You know what I mean? I gotta eat right. I gotta sleep well, right? And understand too, that you came here for the fight. If you weren't on this planet, right? If you weren't involved in the work that you do, what would you do anyways? You're gonna fight. You came here to fight. You were built for the fight. You were built for the struggle. You came here for the struggle. So embrace the struggle. You know, I wore camouflage today because we're ready for the struggle. We came here for that.
Ooh, that's a word right there, brother. And you know, like, Heru, and one of the reasons why I just love the work that you do. You just don't talk about it. You be about it, and you create spaces for people to learn some of your tools. Can you name off some of those for community to tap in?
I teach Qigong, which
now, what
is,
you said what, right?
Qigong.
Qigong. Okay.
We do that for free for the community every Saturday as well. Qigong is the study of the life force, right? The energy that makes you you. It facilitates helping you grow, to change patterns, to transcend addictions and things of that nature. Take in the power that you have available and prioritize that power to balancing your life force in your body. So I teach that through movement, right? So Qigong is a moving practice that allows you to really gain access to the energy that supports health and wellness. I teach breathing techniques, so meditation as well.
So what kind of breathing techniques?
Breathing.
Can I do one now?
Of course, but take breathing,
how
right?
I do it? Hold on, let me get centered.
Sit up nice and tall.
Okay, I'm doing
right.
it.
Close your mouth once, right?
Okay, for the first time ever, okay.
All right, and take a deep breath in through your nose down into your lower abdomen. Hold it for a count of 1, 2, and then release, breathe out through your nose.
Oh, wrong way. Can we do it again?
Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and breathe out through your nose. Another breath, deep in. Relax and breathe out. And one last time, a deep breath in through your nose, down to the lower abdomen, and breathe out. When we breathe in and out through our nose, it activates the parasympathetic system. It automatically calms the physical vehicle down, right? We're in a fight-flight mode most days. We need to get out of that fight-flight mode in order to think and comprehend the situations that we're in. It starts with the breath. So as we breathe in through our nose down into our lower abdomen, we can calm the mind, we can detoxify the body, right? And give us access to our full IQ, because I got to figure out this next step.
Yeah.
Right? So breathing is fundamental. So I teach breathing, teach meditation, which is a visualization technique aligned to teach you to identify the divine principles of the universe, right? That we talked about a little bit earlier. I do some acupuncture, acupressure, auricular therapy, so ear acupuncture as well.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so
what's the difference between the regular acupuncture and the ear one?
Regular acupuncture is all over the body.
Okay.
Ear acupuncture is going to focus just on the ears, but the ears have access and connection to the rest of your body, so we can treat other illnesses, other discomforts just by manipulating ear channels.
I never heard of that.
Definitely.
I might have to check that out.
Check it out. And I do needleless too, so pain-free. I know a lot of our black and brown people don't like needles, right? Sticking in there. So I do needleless as well. So there's ways to support that without needles and not puncturing the skin.
Okay, and then your next event, is it this coming Saturday?
This coming Saturday, 9 a.m., Qigong. We're online and in person, so there's no excuse not to make it. And it's free, so I'm not charging nobody, right?
Yeah,
Come on in, get healthy, get well, and then go back out and get into the fight.
Right, and before we leave here, I just want you to do me a favor and just look in the camera and give us what message. I know you just gave us some tips and tools, but what can we walk with? What can we hold today?
You're a light of a being of peace. Peace is your natural response and reaction to all things. Be peaceful internally while you resist externally. Resist wherever you are. Choose to uplift yourself. Choose to prioritize your health and wellness no matter where you are, no matter what circumstance you're in. Love yourself completely. Love others as yourself, and continue this fight.
Yes, brother. And I appreciate you, Heru. I met you a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of things that were going on with community.
Right.
And a lot of us were very much in fight or flight.
Right.
And through that time, you really kept us centered. You were always the voice of reason, but also a voice of healing. And that is something that will always stick with me for the rest of my life, because it was also what we need to do in the areas of grief.
Yeah.
So I thank you. I thank you for being a brother to community. Thank you for letting me breathe, because you already know I'll be on flight or flight all the time, brother. So, Mama, I did some meditation today. My therapist would be proud.
I'm good. I love you too, brother, and I'm so proud of the work that you do. You know, I love my people.
Yeah.
You know, we got to do this for our people.
And we are here, and
sir.
I appreciate you. So we're going to do some more breathing.
Okay. All right.
We're going to take one more break. We're going to take one more break, and we will be back with The Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents one of the world's most popular operas, Mozart's The Magic Flute. Called an international sensation by LA Daily News and dazzling by San Francisco classical voice, this new to Seattle production featuring eye-popping animations is perfect for the whole family. Don't miss Mozart's The Magic Flute, February 22nd through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Hey, what up, everybody? Truth Talks is one of the hottest shows streaming, and we're expanding. You can catch all the tea live and unedited Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and again at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Dive into the truths you need to hear from pop culture to politics and some of the biggest celebrity exclusives.
I wrote the song in the car.
Get out the way. That was my theme song.
Set your reminder to catch us live on Fox Soul or binge watch on YouTube/Fox Soul.
Getting the scholarship really changed the conversation. It went from, no, I can do school in my free time and make it work, to I could only focus on school and I could be the best I can be every single day. I can soak up everything. I can read before class and make sure I'm not just learning enough to pass the test. Like, I could really pour all my time into school. That's what having a Seattle College Foundation scholarship did for me.
Waitress, the hit Broadway musical Baked from the Heart, is coming to Fifth Avenue Theater. This little slice of heaven musical offers a special recipe for finding happiness in unexpected places. With original music by Grammy Award winner Sarah Bareilles, this musical is a dash of dreams and a pinch of heart baked to perfection. Don't miss this brand new production. Get a taste of this delicious musical March 11th through 30th. Order up at fifthavenue.org and satisfy your sweet tooth with the most delectable show of the season. Make plans now to get a little slice of this perfect musical today.
Hey y'all, welcome back, and we are getting ready to come to an end. I just want to thank my guest Heru for coming in. I needed to breathe. I've been on fight or flight, and sometimes we just don't take that moment to figure out, to know that it is time for us to take a moment for ourselves. It's time for as we are doing the work, to make sure that we're centering ourselves first. I love you, Heru, and I love you, community. And join us tomorrow for an amazing Tuesday on The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper. Walk with love.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.